welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Vita Luca, and today we got an interesting video for you. So we will be putting on Coco and Eve onto some wigs from Wish. So we have our $6 wig, we have our $12 wig, now it's $13 I think, and then we have our $30 wig. And we will be putting this on all of them. So here's what the $6 wig looked like beforehand. Now this ad that I'm using is not the one that I purchased. I purchased this wig for $6. The ad that it originally came from is being reviewed. And then this is another wig. It kind of went up in price. It was $12 when I purchased it. But this is what it looked like before, as well as this is what the $30 wig looked like before. And then all of these had quite a bit of shipping. The $30 wig also had $12 worth of shipping on it, and then the other two were more manageable when it came to the shipping. So these are all the before pictures. Let's jump into the video of me actually applying the product into their hair. These are the wigs before, and let's just see what they'll be like after. And just to speed this up, I'm going to wash them, put in the Coco Eve, and then come back to you once the hair is drying. Okay, so now all the product is in the hair. The black curly one has had it in the longest so far. I'm going to be washing it out, and I've also combed through all the hair. Just a little observation that I noticed is that the black, the minute I washed it, a chunk of hair fell out, and also it shedded the most. And then the gray one knotted the most, to the point where I had to cut sections out because it was just so knotted it wasn't going anywhere. And so we're gonna wash it out. I'm gonna comb through it, and then we're gonna leave it to dry, and we'll come back. So this is what they look like now that the product has all been washed out and they have been combed through. I'm gonna show you how easy they are to comb through the hair now. Now for this gray one, I did have to cut off some of the ends as they would tangle, and the ends were just fried, so there's most likely no going back for it. The black one, I didn't have to cut off any ends at all, just due to the fact that half the time it would just fall out. And the hair still smells a little chemically, but it's nicer. And then just for this blue one back here. And some of the hair does still fall out a little bit, but otherwise they comb nicely through, except if I make contact with the cap. That's what that pulling is. But yeah. So we're gonna let them dry overnight and see how they are in the morning. So, just to remind you again, a $6 wig from Wish used to look like this. Now, it looks like this. And yes, it's still a little frizzy. I'm pretty sure that's just because it came that way. But it ended up drying the same way with curls. But this is what the product did. You are able to easily comb through the hair, not brush the hair, comb through the hair everywhere. Everywhere. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this. It's magical. Now, when I first washed this wig, it still sheds a little bit now, but when I first washed this wig, a chunk of hair came out. And this hair, I did not need to cut any ends out, mainly because if you struggle enough, you'll just end up ripping the hair out anyways. But like, it is a dream to comb through. And guess what? It doesn't smell anymore. Now it just smells like shea butter and coconut. $12, $13 wig. What it looked like before. What it looks like now. Even the curls have now curled better than it was before. It has become such a beautiful wig. By the way, all of these are super soft. Like now they feel like moisturized hair. Like they kind of feel, they feel nicer than my own hair. Just to show you a trial of combing through. This one I had to cut off some strands of hair just because the hair was all knotted up to the point where you could be tugging all you want, that it wasn't ever going to come out. Like the knot was never going to come out. So I did have to cut some pieces of this wig in order to get the knots out. But yes, it is just, it's now just a beautiful wig. And now, the $30 wig, what it looked like before. And I did just drop this, so it kind of got put back all messy. But this is what it looks like now. This is what the $30 wig looks like now. And again, this one naturally becomes knotty on its own. It's just so much hair going on. But now it's definitely a lot more maintainable with the knots. I had to cut out a lot of the knots in this hair just because they weren't going to come out no matter what. It was that bad for how damaged it was because I was playing around with it. So if the style is a little uneven, that's because I just cut out knots. I didn't style it or anything. I don't know how to cut hair. But this wig knots up pretty easily. And so that's why Coco and Eve on this did an amazing job. Amazing job on some. I'm sorry if you can see my bunny. But yeah. There is the front. Now the only issue with this one is now that the hair is displaced, you can somewhat see the cap at the roots. Coco and Eve did wonders on these wigs. That was a transformation between these 3 wigs. And now I also did all 3 of these at once. So that's another reason for not filming the process because it was a long process. So I'm just going to break down a little bit of what I did to make them look like this. So first, I washed the wigs. I put shampoo in their hair. I used my sulfate-free shampoo that I have. I used that shampoo, put that all into the hair, washed it out, and then I put the Coco and Eve in. It stayed the longest in the black hair. It stayed for more than 10 minutes just because I did the black hair first and then I waited until all the hair had the Coco and Eve in it and then I started washing out the hair. And while I put the Coco and Eve in the hair, I was combing through to take out all the tangles beforehand, and then after, again, when I put them back to dry, I would take out the tangles again, and then I just let them lay flat and dry on a towel in my bathroom on top of my washing machine. I had them dry 2 overnights. So it's now like 2 days later that I'm showing you what the hair looks like. But yeah, right from the minute that they dried, they've been easy to comb through everything. I haven't put them back into bags or anything like that to mess them up again. So I don't know what the effect of that would be on them. But if you just leave them on like a mannequin head, they don't tangle by themselves. Now, if you were to wear them, then maybe they might, but just leaving them, they're fine. Like all of these are synthetic wigs. If you have a hard to manage synthetic wig, I definitely recommend Coco and Eve. That is a one-time use. I didn't apply the product more than that. I literally just washed the hair, put the product in, combed through the hair using my comb. I didn't use the brush that they supplied. And then I washed it out after a while. It was probably in all their hairs for like an hour at least. And then I washed the hair, combed through it all again, and then just let it dry. And that's what they've become. And their curls are a lot nicer. I definitely noticed that on the blue one. The curls were definitely a lot nicer. I thought it would fix the black one a little bit more, just with their curls, but I have a feeling that's just the way that the wig was damaged when I got it, so it's just going to go back to the way that it naturally curled. I'm surprised none of them dried straight. But yeah, the wigs are so much better now. They feel softer than my own hair. They feel so nice, and they all smell like coconut and shea butter. Definitely recommend Coco and Eve for wigs. For synthetic wigs, they were 100% right about that, and I will be washing all of my wigs using it now, just to make them all feel that nice. I'm not going to waste it on the crappy ones though, but I will definitely be using it on the red one and the purple one that I liked, and maybe the new ones that I get if they are really nice. If I want to show you what I did for these ones, just using one wig, I will be happy to show you that video, and maybe I'll voice over what I'm actually doing, just so you can get the full idea instead of just small snippets. I didn't want this video to be extremely long. And so yeah, it's Vida Luca signing off. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel just to assist me. Thank you. Bye.